Annoying HR manager. It's not a tale about the HR manager mentioned in my post before. This is a different company with an equally annoying manager. She's a real Karen. Here's one of my favorite. First, you need to know that she is obnoxious. I mean, every time she asks for my help, she almost yells so everyone can hear that she has an IT-related problem. We are sitting 5 meters 16 feet from each other. She had all the problems you could imagine one day while I was trying to fix the firewall with the third-party support. She didn't care that I was on the phone. She yelled for me at least 5 times. 4 of those were problems generated by her and she should have known better. The other one was a printing issue which seemed crucial to her to yell for help. Printer was out of black toner. Every other person is capable of changing toners. I almost never have to do it, but she thought I'm not doing anything anyways, so let's scream for help. All the while I was on the phone with third-party firewall support and running to the factory area to fix real problems with machines that make money for the company. Oh, yes, I'm the sole IT person here. After I came back from fixing a nasty label printing error, as soon as I opened the door she screamed again. SHRM screaming HR manager. SHRM, wintikek. There is something wrong with the internet again. Me, I know. We are working on it since yesterday. You might experience minor interruptions. I wrote an email to a week before, yesterday and today about it. SHRM, okay, I didn't see that. Do you know when I can continue to work? At this point I was getting fed up. I'm a silent guy. I never raise my voice at work, but this time I had enough. Me with a raised voice so other people can hear me too. Please let me know why you can't work. SHRM, well, for example, I can't reach a website. Me still with a raised voice. Can you please tell me what website you can't reach so I can check? SHRM actually not screaming. https://national news site which has nothing to do with actual work. Me, could you please repeat? SHRM defeated. Never mind, I guess. I will check later. Me, okay, let me know if you have any issues. After this, she became a bit less annoying/demanding. I think she got the point. Nowadays 90% of the time she asks for help like a normal human being. The remaining 10% I can tolerate. I treat people that shout, beckon to me or whistle to get my attention the same way. I ignore them. If they get upset I just say I'm not a dog. Do not treat me like one. If they whistle at you like a dog, run up to them, jump around excitedly, and lick their face. Bet they stop. Granted, you'll be unemployed, but it would be a lesson they won't soon forget. Yeah. I taught about a different kind of beast. But your comment made me chuckle. Thanks. More than welcome. Ask for her to email you the requested or submit a ticket if you have a ticketing system. That way you can either escalate the ridiculous requests to your manager or at least have a paper trail in case you ever do need it. That site is whitelisted. It couldn't be reached because of firewall failovers. I work for an MSP, so I really don't care about this company's politics. If I worked here, I would take the time and log tickets about everything, because they have a working ticketing system. They are just lazy to log anything. Tickets are only logged when higher up approval/domain admin rights are needed to complete a task. Even then, I need to do it because it's hard to select one correct field and write a 1 to 5 line comment. You need a ticketing system even more. Then, sell it as a way to increase efficiency. You get to keep track of pain points and teachable opportunities, so resources can be better used in the future. And for billing, when the clients come to try and negotiate lower rates, it's invaluable to be able to say, here's a big list of all the work we're doing. In fact, here's all the stuff that was technically out of scope that we did for free. So we're actually going to be raising your rates. Nowadays 90% of the time she asks for help like a normal human being. The remaining 10% I can tolerate. You are more patient than you should have to be, although reporting her to herself for inappropriate behavior probably would not go well. These are the types you have to continue to treat politely, with an instant venomous tone to your voice as soon as they act out unfortunately. They are literally like dealing with children who need to learn how to respond respectfully to adults. She worked here since the very beginning, and I'm an outsourced person. It wouldn't help the situation if I start to confront her. I dealt with a lot of people like her. The best is to let them be and shrug it off. This was the only time I put someone at their place, because interrupting my calls and bothering me with her so-called problems, just because she was bored, was way beyond rude. Outsourcing is a bane of employment dynamics in my eyes. I was once outsourced by the company I was supporting. Former co-workers went from manageable to deal with to beyond demanding. I am sorry you are in that situation. Wintikek used raised voice. It was surprisingly effective. I treat people initially politely. After that, I treat people the same way they treat me. If they yell, I yell. If they snap, I snap. If they are polite, I am polite. If they complain, my response is hey, if it is okay for you to do, it is okay for me to do. And if they are a boss, I have only done this once, but it worked. Lead by example. Ironic note. SHRM is the trade association in the US for HR professionals. The Society for Human Resource Management. Source: wife is credentialed HR consultant. My friend currently has an issue with their HR rep too. This one loves to throw her IT department under the bus on issues. Stuff like, HR rep, I can't get the insert HR system name to set up the email address for new employees since the upgrade. IT friend, sorry, but we do not have access to the HR system. I recommend either letting your HR supervisor know or contact HR system company directly for help. HR rep, now ceasing the local regional manager and my friend's manager know this is an IT issue. Why are you refussing to help me? IT friend's boss, Karen, we have notified your supervisor of the issue that you're having. She will be calling you for follow-up in a few minutes. Never hears from her on the matter again. Time and time again though she tries to throw him under the bus while she is either ignorant of something or actually is causing the issue. If she was in HR, she would be reported to HR for bullying or incompetence. HR Karens, the most useless employees in a company. HR is where you work when you can't get a job in a proper department. I had a coworker in my first IT job that was similar. They were at the front desk in my part of the office most days, and I'd typically work with my door open down the hall. Once every few weeks I'd hear them yell "Oh come on," which was code for this isn't working right and I want to make a scene. Ended up documenting the times that this would happen and sending them to my boss. And after a few instances we got to send an office-wide for technical issues please submit a ticket email, at which point I was told to just ignore until the request came in. They fell in line fast for sure. Typical bully. As soon as you confront them, they back down. Talk to your manager. You also might consider talking to her about something she should understand. Harassment. Tell her, you make me very uncomfortable in my work environment the way you speak to me. I feel threatened. That should cool her pig jets. I met my boss once, when I had my job interview. And the IT manager is not really my boss. He is my company's client. Funny thing about workplace harassment is they just had to complete a training about it. She doesn't make me that uncomfortable, to be honest. She has this vibe that makes her unpleasant. Not just for me, but I heard others complain. And she's been at the company for 2 decades. I wouldn't be the one to change her behavior. This can't be a real Karen. Real Karens never learn. Real Karens would go straight to the CEO demanding to know why you broke the internet. I know because as I know a Karen in HR and I've seen her do it. Depends on the CEO, manager. The good ones figure out who is the problem. Sure, there are probably enough who don't care and just pass the speep down. But I am also sure there are some that would tell the HR Karen to use the appropriate ticketing systems. And if they don't, warn them officially. If they still don't, replace them. If some idiot treats me like a dog, pretty soon recognizes that I am a very mean mad pit bull. Anybody who isn't my superior can suck my taint if they yell at me or are disrespectful to me in any sort of way. The sad thing is she's an HR manager. A hostile HR manager. What's next? A short-tempered therapist who provides anger management. I know this isn't the point, but SHRM is also an HR certification. IT has always been a notorious expense to businesses. We keep them running but don't directly contribute to profits. I've often wondered if some executives have a harder time dealing with that. Sometimes you just have to put your foot down. I would also have asked her to make you some sandwiches going forward. You may not be aware of this, but the acronym SHRM is also an international HR organization. That Unix makes me happy.